Hey everybody, and welcome back to Easy English with Matt. And today I'd like to talk to you guys about public transportation. So if you guys want to know what vocabulary you should use in the taxi, train, subway or bus, then just keep watching this video, and by the end of it you're going to enrich your vocabulary and you're going to know what to say to the bus driver, what to say to the taxi driver or to the conductor, and you're gonna know what the conductor is. So yeah guys, just smash a like and let's get started. And maybe you guys noticed we don't have our friend Bob with us, but please just imagine him. He's always with us, somewhere right here, right? No, not really. But yeah, I believe he's now on the way here. He's now at the bus stop, and that's where we start, with the bus stop. So what the bus stop is some area, big or small area, doesn't matter, where the buses arrive and pick some people, or some people get off the bus. So at the bus station you get on and off the bus. It's the place where you need to wait for the bus. Then what do we have at the bus stations? First of all, we have the road. Sometimes we have, sometimes we don't, but well, if we have, it looks like a map. The bus road is the way the bus goes through the town, through the city, wherever it goes. So you can see sometimes the bus roads at the bus stations. But if you don't really know how to use map, if you are confused of maps, then just don't look at it, because sometimes when I look at the bus road map, then I'm just confused and I think I'm not going in the right direction. So it's better to just skip it and ask driver if he goes to the way that you need. Now, the second thing we have at the bus station is the schedule, all right? So schedule just tells you which buses are going to stop at this bus station, at this bus stop, and where do they go, at which time they arrive, which time they depart, and so on. So yeah, you check the schedule before you need to take a bus, because you need to know where he arrives, where it comes, where it goes, and so on. Now guys, let's get on the bus, and first what you need to do is pay fare. So fare is money, is amount of money that you need to pay for your ride. So remember, fare is money. Then what we see next is the bus driver. So what you have to say to him is just, hey, how you doing, hello, and move on. You don't stay with him, all right? Then we have seats in the bus. So we have just normal, usual seats where you can sit for everyone, and we have reserved seats for elder people, for pregnant women, for children, and for people with limited abilities. So don't take those seats because those are reserved, right? Now, when you got on the bus, you are a rider. So a rider is the person who takes the bus. You are riding on the bus, right? So you're a bus rider. Now, one more thing I want to say about buses. When you get off, don't forget to thank your bus driver. I know guys, it's a meme, but yeah, I like to do that and everybody loves to do that, guys. Just say thank you and get off the bus. That's it for the buses. Now everyone, let's take a look at the train stations and the trains. So don't be confused, we're not talking about the subway. Subway and the train stations are totally different. So you're taking subway in your city or in your town, but you're taking the train to travel to other city or maybe even sometimes to other country. So trains are long distance traveling and subway is in one city, are short distance travels, right? So let's begin. And when you got to the train station, guys, what you need to do first is to buy tickets. Where do you do that? Is at ticket window. So ticket windows are those big windows, of course, with holes in them, and behind the window we have person who sells tickets. So you tell them where you need to go, you tell them what time you need to go, you give them money, they give you tickets. Now don't forget guys, we have two types of tickets. The first one is one-way ticket, is when you need to go, for example, from Washington DC to New York, and then you just stay in New York, you don't come back, right? Now the both-way ticket, the round-trip ticket, is when you're buying tickets now at Washington to New York and at the same time back from New York to Washington. So you are having tickets to there and from there back here to Washington. You have both tickets right now. You don't have to go to New York and then wait in the line there again and wait for your tickets. No, you already have tickets, so you just relaxed and you can just sit on your train and come back relaxed. When you got your tickets, guys, what you need to do next is to find your track. What is track? The track is two metal lines that trains are going on, right? So trains cannot go just on the road. or on the sidewalk or in the forest, whatever. They have to have this special way, which called track. So you need to find your track, and it's usually on the tickets. You can just look in your ticket, it says track number 1, track number 2, track number 3, and so on. So also on the ticket it says the platform where the tracks are. So we have, for example, one platform has 2 tracks. So the platform is this stand between 2 tracks. We have one platform, then 2 tracks, another platform and 2 tracks on both sides of that platform, guys. So remember, like in Harry Potter, we have platform 9 and 3/4. So this is the same. We have the platform 1, 2, 3, and on each side of a platform we have 2 tracks. Then guys, when you found your track, you need to find your car. So don't get confused. You don't have to find the real car and just drive to your destination. Of course not. The cars are parts of trains where people are sitting, right? So train is connected of many cars, and cars are making trains long. Then when you found your car, you see the person who stands in front of it, right? We have a conductor. So conductors are people who are waiting for you first at the entrance of each car, and then when the train departures, they're getting in and they are serving you different amenities. So they can serve you some coffee, tea, some food, they can clean the train, they are telling you rules, they're checking your tickets, and so on. So those people are in charge of cars and in charge of train. Now guys, let's move to the subway or metro, also called in some countries, but in US we call it subway. So subway is an underground way for trains, which is used for fast and cheap traveling in the city. So guys, if you want to take subway, first you need to do is to buy tickets, of course. But for subway, it's not just usual tickets. We have subway cards and tokens. So subway cards are used for round trips or just everyday traveling in the city. So you can recharge them anytime you want and you can travel as much as you want. But the tokens are used for one-way trip. So if you want just one-way trip, you don't want to travel every day, or if you're just traveling in this city and you're not gonna stay here for a long time, then you need the one-way token. You just drop it in and go into the subway. And you can buy those subway cards and tokens at the cashier. So cashier is the person that sells you tickets, cards, and tokens, or at the vending machine. So vending machine is like a big machine, like an ATM, that you use for buying tokens and metro cards. So you just input there where you need to go and you give it money, it gives you a card or a token. Then when do you use those subway cards and tokens? So we have turnstiles. So the turnstile is like a gate to the subway. Then you need to check in first, right? So you need to use your token or your card to pass through the gate. So you just scan it and the door is opening. That is the turnstile. And the last thing, when you got to the trains, it's all the same as at the train station. But for each of those items, you need to add the word subway. So we have the subway train, we have the subway platform, we have subway car. So remember, we have subway platform, we have 2 tracks, and those are all the same as for train stations. And the last we're talking about today, guys, is taxis and cabs. So those are the same thing. Remember those yellow cars that can take you anywhere you need for some amount of money? So this is what we're talking about right now. And first you need to know, guys, is how to catch the taxi. And the move you're using like this, hey driver, hey taxi, called haul a taxi. So you're hauling a taxi. Can you please haul a taxi for me? And you do like this, hey taxi, hey pal. This is hauling a taxi. Also, you can get a taxi at the taxi stand. So those are usually at the airports, train stations, or sometimes even bus stations, and they are just telling you the taxi is here. You can wait for taxi here and they are going to stop here. That's it, you've got your taxi, you got a cab, you're lucky. And first what you see in there is a driver. So you're saying hello to driver, and first what you need to pay attention to is his license. So usually they're having their licenses on the visible place, so you can just check it out and keep your ride on. But if it's not there, you better ask him if he has it. Then if he shows you, then you just keep your ride on. If he doesn't, then you can change your car. You don't have to go with him. Unless you just don't care about your safety, then just stay in that car and go whatever you need. That's it for the license. Also, when you got into the cab, don't forget to check for the meter. The meter is the little machine that counts how far you need to go and how much you should pay. So pay attention, the drivers turns it on, because not every driver is sincere and honest. They could just trick you, they could just lie to you and tell you the higher price, so you have to pay it because you didn't pay attention and you don't know the real prices in the town. So pay attention to that, guys, and let them turn it on. Don't make yourself a fool. Well, this is all for today's public transportation class, guys. I hope it was enjoyable for you. If it was, just smash a like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon, guys. Bye bye.